The last auction of this sort for the summer, really. Right now we're filming for the Sunday, July 17th and Monday, July 18th Antiques Estate auction, for lack of a better term. It's got everything in it. It's a plethora of everything. Brad Ward here from Ward's Auctions, Edmonton, Alberta, 11802 Edmonton. 11802 145th Street, Edmonton to be exact. The address website is wardsauctions.com. The preview for this sale is Friday, July 15th, 4 o'clock till 8 o'clock. Just an eclectic mix of everything. A lot of the, what I call guy stuff nowadays in this sale is just a little step up from a lot of the collections. This is just, most of the stuff is working, which is a little unusual. And I mean things like gramophones and radios and all the stuff that is often needing a little tweaking, and they always need a little bit of something, but just more of it is working in this sale than not. Edison disc phonograph, they call it, quarter cut oak. Just a little nicer than the norm. That's one of the items in the sale. There's other gramophones, lots of radios and so on. Some nice artwork. There's cuckoo clocks, and again, several of them working. Rose Leonards, there's 4 original Rose Leonards in the sale, and I'm kind of kicking myself because an hour ago Rose's granddaughter was in the room, and I forgot to point out, and I meant to, I was thinking about it, I forgot to point out that we had some of her grandmother's works in the sale, and she would have, I'm sure, enjoyed seeing that, I'm sure, so hopefully she'll catch the video. Great woodcuts for these barlays, there's 4 of them, individual lots here, wonderful pieces there. For those that are thinking, hey, those look sun-faded, that was sort of her style, to be honest. She went out of her way to make it look that way. These are modern, these louvered lingerie cabinets, for lack of a better term. This is illuminated, we don't have it on now. Most of the glass in here is Fenton brand name or the like, and newer, brand new stuff. The gal that had that passed was into the newer stuff. Little vintage French style cabinet stuff inside. Obviously I can't touch on everything, it's just going to be, it just goes on and on and on. My understanding is that we have a Pokemon gym over on this side of the building, and we have a Pokemon hotspot a building or 2 down that way. I don't understand the whole thing. According to my sons, Peter and Michael, the building is filled with Pokemon. I've called the exterminator. I hope we'll have that dealt with by viewing time, but I can't make any promises. I don't understand it. I'm not sure what this is going to cost me, but I know everything always costs some money. Speaking of cool, the typewriters, normally you say, oh, vintage typewriter, that's boring. But look at how cool these are, the Oliver, and there's 2 or 3 of them, different numbered ones in the sale. Again, there's just such a neat pile of stuff. Another gramophone here. Here's an example of one that isn't working, but that's the minority. It's just mostly stuff that is. Mission style oak 3-piece. We're selling it in 2 lots, but a 3-piece suite there. Some teak stuff, modern pieces here, planters over here. One of the houses that we emptied was all brand new stuff and all better quality for the most part. So you're going to find a lot of furniture that is not antique and just really kind of nice upper end desks and tables and chairs and that sort of thing. There's also some tables. I see one off camera here, but maybe we'll catch one up later on. That is, they're made by an artisan. So he's carved scenes into the top of them. And they're all signed by the artist, Randall Walsh is the name. Back here, it's on camera, but it's off camera. There's a boardroom table, quarter cut oak. I'm sure it's original finish, a leather inset. Here's the one end of it, jog on down. Here's the other end of it. So this was in their boardroom in an office, and just has a great look to it. So hopefully I'll find another home as a boardroom table, because it is so large. Look at the hand crank sewing machine. This is one of them. And again, just a little step up. Do I normally get excited about hand crank sewing machines? No, not really, but take a look at the fit and finish on this one. And there's, like I said, another one that's slightly different. I should have showed you the other one because I think it's got my name on it, Bradley or something. But just a really nice looking, solid quality, functional sewing machine, not just one of the norms. A huge amount of musical instruments. A lot of them are in these boxes here. We'll get them more opened up so you can see, but look at this squeeze box. Mama has got a squeeze box. Take a look at that thing. That is so cool looking. I would play it for you, but we don't want to do that. That would be bad. Great cabinet here. Magic lantern down here. There's at least one set of slides in the smalls. We didn't put it with the lantern. I'm not even sure if it's for this size of piece, but there's a neat magic lantern. 2-cylinder Maytag motor. You can just tell it wants to fire up there, or an engine, I should say. Great Victorian loo table, tilt top. Look at the matched grain on that. Absolutely one of the nicest ones I've ever seen. On the Victorian furniture there's a great, remember I talked about the house that had the newer furniture in it, the new furniture in it? This is the sofa that was in that house. Kind of is it a retro style? It's certainly a fun style, but brand new. And you can just tell that the quality's there. She didn't skimp out on it at all. Little curio cabinet down there. RCA Victor picture there. I can see me wanting to buy that one because it's nicer than the one I have up there, which happens. You know, you got to step up your game when you're collecting, right? This ship is not in the sale. In this oak cabinet, this is a neat tall ship here. There's some information. Now this will be in the Thanksgiving Day sale. So those that are regulars of ours, of Ward's Auctions, will know that we do an annual Thanksgiving Day sale. How many years has it been? I don't know. Quite a few. But this will be sold as a lot. As will this one here. I'm going to do a whole video just on this one. So we're just going to touch on it. This is even mentioned in this magazine going back to 1989. I'm going to completely bastardize the guy's name. Stan Wachopin. This is a handmade. We're not talking a kit. We're talking about handmade, where he made each individual piece of this. The handles, the wheels, the inlay, the woodwork. Made his own windows. We're talking he made the whole thing. It is absolutely the coolest thing. It's a copy of the Concorde, which is a very popular stagecoach of its time. You tell by the look of it, you're like, if somebody said, hey, picture a stagecoach, this is what you picture. This is the most recognizable. But I mean, even the brakes, fully functional. Everything's fully functional. So we're not going to get too much into this right now. We'll do a whole video. And again, this will be in the October Thanksgiving Day. So whatever day Thanksgiving, and that's Canadian Thanksgiving for those of you that are Americans watching and bidding online. And the other thing to think about the online bidders, if you're used to doing that, you're going to see a slight, I don't know how you're going to see the difference, but there's going to be a difference because now there is, and it has a lot to do with Canadian regulations and so on, we have a new credit card processing system, which means your credit card will be processed online somehow. Not exactly sure how it's all going to work out. Michael's working out the details now, but it's going to be slightly different, more secure for you is the important thing, and actually more secure for us as well as far as getting paid. So keep that in mind. Not sure what's happening with Canada Post. If they go on strike, well, you don't get your stuff till they come back. Some neat tray lots of stuff in here. There's some knives in here. This is a great lot. Not only do you have that bayonet, but I mean, these are items that you could theoretically sell individually. They're so good. This is an RCMP Wilkinson blade piece. You know, obviously never been in a man's back, as it were. Some great pieces in here, and you can see in the tray lots, lighters. You're going to find a lot of really neat clocks in the sale, bent like big bins and baby bins, and you're going to find piles and piles of them. This is a meerschaum pipe, good meerschaum and amber pipe. Well used. This is obviously was his baby. This is a sterling British hallmark collar here. You know, just a great looking piece in the hard case, and it is marked with a Calgary retailer in there. Because it's used like that, you can just tell this was somebody's baby. Music box, very nice music box. It always running the risk when you're on video that you're going to screw something up when you go to do this, but. I guess for a change, I might have done something right. There's 17 discs to go along with it. There's the other 16 in there. The lid fits quite nicely. It's still in wonderful, wonderful shape. It's not warped and twisted. The mechanics, you can see, seem to operate quite nicely. There's a hand-carved baker made out of real baker. Some smalls in here. This is a Real Crown Derby. I'm not familiar with that pattern there. This is a watch winder. It's new. So if you had one of those automatically winding watches, you pop it into that thing, and it's battery, I think, and plug-in powered, and it just sort of moves around and winds your watch. There's some soapstone carvings and so on I won't get into. Lots of new furniture, as you can see. This is all newer furniture. This is not antique by any means. Good decor stuff, wonderful. Cobbler's bench here, newer desk here. radio. Again, in our catalog, you're going to see lots of times we're going to say, as you know, working in time of cataloging, etc., because so many of the radios, as you know, again, those that are used to us, we don't plug them in, but there was just such a better pool of stuff to draw from this time that we were able to plug stuff in, verify that they were working, and say. That doesn't mean that there's warranties or anything, it just means that they were working at time of cataloging. Another pattern I'm not familiar with, you can tell, China buyers can tell at a glance that the Shelley pattern, you know, a mold if you will, but I'm not familiar with the artwork. It's just one that I haven't seen, so interesting. Spinning wheels, and there's a reason for that. Swedish teak, table is marked Swedish. These lamps, the teak up there, glass shades, 1, 2 individuals, and then that triple chandelier over there. This is a spa berry, strawberry something or other. It's a two-person hot tub, and it's a 110 volt. They call it a portable hot tub. So you have, and it's just 110 volts, so you don't have to have your fancy 220s and all the rest of it. So that, and it's like brand spanking new. It's like virtually brand new. Again, it came out of that same house that I mentioned with all the nice newer stuff. There's some more smaller looms down here, and there's a good reason for that. Some watercolors up there that you're going to want to pay attention to. Another spinning wheel, drop front desk. More primitives. This is all one lot. I know this video is going to drag on a little bit. There's just so much to talk about. This is all one lot. So it's just a lot of fun primitives for the primitives people. A little bit of sterling in here. Not a lot of sterling this time, but what we do have is nice, including some sterling, two sterling ring boxes, Burke's, and a match safe, or often called a Vesta box. And there. Zimmerman piano, which is really quite nice actually, very high gloss finish. The smalls back here, if you haven't looked at the pictures already, you're going to astound you because there's just so much of it. Lots of coins and paper money. We won't really get into that right now. Good selection of pocket watches. Lots of key wind pocket watches. Lots of sterling pocket watches, a few gold ones. And then, you know, a piece like this where you got your travel, you know, your storage box, your watch box. It becomes like a travel clock sitting beside your bed on your hotel room. This one here is like a chest, like a treasure chest, the pocket watch. And then this one here is the original fitted Elgin box with the watch inside. So just a great selection of pieces there. Loose stones, including some very expensive pearls here you're going to want to look at. Lot number 68. This watch chain over here is individually stamped links, of sterling. And then the fob. Lots of loose stones down there. Lots of jewelry that is just good, affordable, easily priced, easily bid on type furniture, from rings to necklaces to bracelets to you name it. We've got it all, pendants, etc. We've got this selection up here. These are all tanzanite, including that one there. That's a pearl enhancer. These are all tanzanite, including the bracelet, etc. This is a lady's Rolex watch. That one we do have an appraisal for at about $4,500 roughly. This one here, this diamond and sapphire, 18 karat white gold, is a $14,000 worth on the appraisal. And again, as you know, we stand behind our appraisals. These are gold. These are interesting. They go with another piece. I just thought I'd bring these out because I'll have to look into it. I'm sure Jane could explain it to me, but these are, even though these are colored, these are gold. So they must be doing something with them to make them kind of a fun color. They're modern, these are newer. Really fun. So lots of, like I said, lots of affordable jewelry, and then some key bits as well. I'm gonna go behind the cabinet here, but you got some Royal Dalton figures. You got a Swarovski piece in the middle. You got some China. You got Wade figures. You just got a plethora of stuff. The back wall is filled with artwork, prints, and originals. Again, I'm just going to rehash real quickly. July 17th and 18th. This is 2016 for those of you that are watching this 20 years from now. I'll have even less hair then. Lots of toy guns, BB guns and toy guns, which are not politically incorrect. They're a lot of fun, and as much as the whole world's falling apart, that's another story altogether. That's a firearms tangent. This is a neat piece. Unfortunately, we don't have the harmonica that fits this, but this is to make it so that even I could play the harmonica. You blow into this side, you play, it's got a paper roll inside here with holes in it, and it decides where the air is going to go through on the harmonica. So I can just stand here and roll their harmonica and sound like a pro. I mean, I'll look like an idiot still, but I'll sound like a pro, as it were. And it's Bakelite, genuine Bakelite. Look at the neat old locks, globes, microphones, bronze horse, another loom, a little bit larger this time. We're going to show you this side of the room for a change. I got the electric cart to get you around the auction house. Look at all the wool. These are in large lots. This whole section down here is one lot. This shelf here, one lot. So you got like 4 lots on this whole shelf of wool. Thousands of dollars worth, I would imagine. I don't buy wool retail, but I can only imagine it is. And lot number 239 is a good sized Leclerc, like 48 inches or something like that. It's big. Came right out of the house. It's a listing that we have in St. Albert right now. And this is where it came out of. It came right out of the home working. And we emptied it when we emptied the rest of the stuff and moved the gal out. So it is as it was, right? Maple, Leclerc, brand name. And then again, lots of wool and all the stuff that goes along with weaving and so on. Lots of Bakelite, lots of phones, lots of mid-century modern, lots of, you know, can I use the word guy stuff one more time? I don't think I should, but this thing here, I don't know if it's to make you have seizures, but I'm told it attracts Pokemon, whatever that means. I don't know what it's for exactly, but it makes me dizzy and I drink less because of it. I don't need it as much. Steam engines, more clocks, baby scale. This is all religious stuff here. I talked about slides, glass slides. These are glass slides, and they are, I won't say all of them, but everyone I've looked at has been, they're like stained glass panels from churches. So they would be a lot of fun to look at. And then you've got the other religious stuff to go along with it. There's some great planes, woodworking planes in the sale. Little miniature sewing machines. There's even a hand crank key if you were going to make a key cutting, so portable key cutting. More cool display clocks and whatnot, the sort of stuff that I have, that again, people that know that I have that sort of stuff. We can't go down the other side. I've already taken too much time up. There's radio. You can see the radio speakers, the back of them, those that are interested in that sort of stuff. There's more radios. There's more Bakelite. There's more prints, there's more oil lamps, there's 2 little trainer rifles that would be for kids this big when they were in cadets. And there's a matched pair of those that they would use to learn how to march with them and all the rest of it from back in the good old days. I could go on and on and on and on. The next sale after this one is the 2-day August premier firearms auction with Bud Haynes and Company and ourselves. It'll be in our room here in Edmonton. Again, rehash, Sunday, July 17th, 2016 at 11 a.m. We open the doors at 10. Monday, July 18th at 6 p.m. We open the doors at 4. Preview this Friday, July 15th from 4 till 8 p.m. Again, 11802 145th Street, Edmonton, Alberta. wardsauctions.com. Phone number 780-451-4549. My cell phone, my name is Brad Ward. My cell phone, 780-940-8378. Don't be afraid to call. See you at sale, see you at the viewing. Thank you very much for watching.